by Kubernauts, and thank you for taking time out of your busy KubeCon schedule to have a chat about SchemaHero, an open source database schema migration project that is near and dear to my heart, and I am very excited to talk to you about today. My name is Treva, and in the photo is my companion pup Goggy. We're currently dev advocates for a company called Replicated, a pretty awesome company that created a one-of-a-kind application delivery platform currently in use by 60 of the top Fortune 100 companies, enhanced by several open source components, of which one is SchemaHero, which is why we're all here today. So let's talk a little bit about it. SchemaHero is an open source database schema migration tool that converts a schema definition into migration scripts that can be applied in any environment. Written as both a command line utility and a Kubernetes operator, SchemaHero simplifies database migration by creating and managing sequenced migration scripts that are compatible with all environments that an application is running in. SchemaHero works by installing a Kubernetes operator using the kubectl SchemaHero plugin. The operator is then deployed to the SchemaHero namespace, which is made during installation, along with 3 new custom resource definitions. Once the operator is running, it then needs to be connected to the cluster databases using a Once the operator is running, it then needs to be connected to the cluster database or databases using a new CRD to deploy the database object. The cluster administrator can write a new CRD or custom resource definition defining an object that can be referenced in tables and migrations. So that was a lot of big words, but as a person who takes absolutely nothing serious, I like to describe what SchemaHero does using a museum migration analogy. Basically, think of a database as a museum with any number of wings, and each wing is filled with dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of priceless, mostly irreplaceable artifacts, with more being added every few seconds. These artifacts represent an organization's data, and patrons visiting the museum can be like unique hits to a website, for example. Database schema in this situation would be like a live, updated blueprint of the entire museum, carefully recording the presence of every item in each room with great detail, along with every single detail of the room itself. Now imagine that the entire museum, building and all, needs to be moved piece by piece to a new location using only the blueprint as a guide, all while still entertaining guests. That's basically what schema migration is. Now, if that blueprint were to fall out of date, or heaven forbid, we're missing information on so much as a closet light bulb, the entire migration process would fail spectacularly. Now picture a single person, say a museum curator, attempting to move the entire museum contents piece by piece, room by room, all by themselves, while still attempting to take in new items and direct patrons through the halls. That's a lot going on, so it isn't a stretch to imagine that something could be misplaced along the way. And this would trigger a museum meltdown. Now I'm talking total chaos, where now unframed paintings are fluttering around the halls, the formerly well-behaved third graders on an accompanied tour, which triggers total museum meltdown. Now I'm talking total chaos, where now unframed paintings are fluttering down the halls. There's a group of third graders roaming around, their attendant is gone, and for some reason, there's a group of guinea pigs that are running around collecting Fabergé eggs with the intention of making the world's most expensive omelet. Now, while all of this is going on, our museum curator is over in the corner crying. Now, while the scenario is intentionally ridiculous because I want you to laugh, it's kind of accurate to what happens on a support floor when a database migration fails, except in real life, everybody's crying. Anyway, this is where SchemaHero would come into the rescue, no pun intended. As the 5-star rated, highly recommended moving company that also specializes in artifact preservation, architecture, and building deconstruction slash reconstruction using sophisticated yet extremely user friendly automated platform to get the migration done so quickly that hardly anyone notices the change in location. Now, in real life, SchemaHero is a Kubernetes operator that converts migration schema definition into migration scripts that can be run virtually anywhere. To link it to the museum migration, imagine the SchemaHero moving company, after walking through the entire building to categorize each item, hands the formerly overwhelmed and still sobbing museum curator a tablet that enables them to move an entire wing of the museum to literally any location in the world with the swipe of their finger. And even better, that same tablet can be used for all future moves and even has the capability to switch out displayed artworks if need be. So you're probably wondering, how do I get a hold of this? That is a good question. Head over to schemahero.io to learn all about how to. That's a good question. Head over to schemahero.io to learn all about the project, how you get it, how you download it, how you operate it, and even how to get rid of it. But even better than that, we're going to have a demo. So let's go ahead and dive into it. But seeing is always better than believing. So let's jump into the demo. For my demo environment, I set up Kubernetes using the latest installer from curl, another replicated OSS project that you can find info about on replicated.com/OSS. But don't do that now. Watch the demo first. So what's on the screen is super condensed, but installation should take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes depending on your system resources. Once my installation is done, installing SchemaHero can be done easily using the crew installer. That's a plugin manager specifically for kubectl, which I'm showing the install process for now. Or you can head over to the GitHub repository and download the package from there if that's more your speed. The important thing is to get the thing. Now, once crew is installed, we're ready to install the SchemaHero kubectl plugin, which is done using the command kubectl crew install SchemaHero. You'll notice a running theme with SchemaHero where hints and guidance are provided all throughout usage, which I think is a pretty nice touch because I forget what I'm doing as I'm doing it all the time, which I guess is why I like that guinea pig analogy. Anyway, now that we have the SchemaHero plugin installed, let's get the operator running with the command kubectl SchemaHero install. This is going to create a new namespace called SchemaHero system that our operator is going to live under. Once the operator is running, we're ready to see what it can do. But before I jump into the sandbox, I'm going to make myself a new namespace called SchemaHero Tutorial, where I'm going to build a demo Postgres database. By the way, if you want to try this exercise out, head over to schemahero.io to find the entire tutorial from beginning to end. But once again, don't do that now. Stick with me here. Anyway, once our Postgres container is running, we're going to make a SchemaHero database object using a YAML template like the one I'm using on the screen. And then next, I'll make a new YAML named airport table that'll declare group, version, and kind to SchemaHero, as well as establishing the name of our table, which, probably coming as no surprise to anyone, is airport. Under spec, that's where we'll declare database name, Postgres table name, and define our table schema, including keys, code, and types compatible with Postgres. Once that's done, we're ready for the good part, using SchemaHero to do the thing. At this point, we can switch to using the SchemaHero CLI to check out migration info with the command kubectl SchemaHero get migrations. With this command, we'll get basics like UUID, database name, table name, and how long ago the migration was planned. At this point, there haven't been any actual changes made to any DB schema, and if needed, the admin, meaning you and I, can take a closer look at the scheduled migration with the command kubectl SchemaHero describe. The describe command will print the exact SQL statement that'll be run, but I'm not going to do that because the command that I'm running is literally just like one line. And also, I'm on a time crunch. What I will do, however, is show you how to approve a migration using the command kubectl SchemaHero approve, along with my namespace where my database lives and the UUID of the super impressive one-line script that I'm using to migrate. Now, because it's one line, the migration is complete in seconds. And just like that, the thing is done. But if I decided that I didn't want to run my one-line command using SchemaHero, I can reject this migration with kubectl SchemaHero reject, then my namespace and the UUID of the migration that's planned. And for DB admins who are running migrations that are more than one line, you can check the status of the migration using kubectl SchemaHero get migrations. Now, compared to the way that we did things in the old days, this is a breeze. So you can kind of understand why I'm so excited about it. And I hope that you are too. So as I mentioned earlier, SchemaHero is fully free and open source software made great by users like you. And we could definitely use your help in making SchemaHero even greater. If you'd like to contribute to the project, head over to schemahero.io, ping us on GitHub if you have an issue or you have an idea for a feature that you'd like to have added. And please join our community meetings. They happen every third Thursday of the month, and you can subscribe to the community calendar to keep up with what's happening. But we'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for checking out this presentation, and I really hope I see you at one of those community meetings. Have a happy KubeCon. Bye, everyone.